All right, guys, you got this. Let's go. Gun right, triple E. Close, let's go. On one, on one.
Ready?
Ready.
What's up, guys? It's Pick'em with HuddleGG, and today we're going to talk about something that we've been getting a ton of questions on lately, and that is the $A gap blitz. We're going to talk about how the blitz works, but we're also going to talk about, most importantly, how we can block this with only our 5 offensive linemen. So let's jump right into it. And this A gap blitz is something that was really popular last year, and it is popular again this year. And most people are going to do it out of the free safety zone blitz. You can also do it out of double safety go and a couple other plays actually in dollar looks throughout this game, but the one you're going to see more often than not is this free safety zone blitz. Now, when they come out on this play, the setup is really simple for people as well, which is why they like it so much, right? So you see that safety will walk down. Again, that can change depending on if they're baseline, if they're pressed, if they're coming out in a different play to show something different. But what you're going to see is that guy, the safety that's blitzing, 9 times out of 10, they're going to zone him off, okay? So they're going to put him in a hook curl. They may man him up. They're going to do something else with him, right? So all they're going to do is send the 3 linemen and then that linebacker there in the A gap. All right, now a lot of people are going to come down here. They're going to mug this right side just to help them get that pressure in off the left. It's not necessary, but this is going to be something that you see a lot of people do. Now, the one thing that's very important to understand about this blitz is the blitz only works on the right hash. Okay, if you're not on the right hash, this blitz is not going to come in, and I'll show you that. But first, I'm going to show you what it looks like if the blitz does come in, right? So they're going to stand over here, and what you're going to see here is our left guard is going to get way too far to the outside, and that opens up the gap between him and the center. So if we say hike here, what you're going to see is that guy gets too far to the outside. That opens up that A gap, and that linebacker is going to come right through. Now, this is a very consistent blitz. I'll run it one more time just to show you. Again, all they need to do is just zone off that safety, right? It's not, you can send the safety and you can still get pressure, but most people want to zone him off because why send 5 if you can get pressure only sending 4, right? So they're going to come in here with their user, and then when we say hike, you're going to see that guard's going to get out to the outside, and that is going to allow that A gap to open up. Now, again, this is a very frustrating blitz to deal with because, again, they're only sending 4 people. We'd think that if that guy was running right at our guard, that our guard would pick him up. But unfortunately, you can see the guard gets too far to the left here, and then he actually just looks to double team the defensive end for some reason. And as long as your defensive tackle can hold that center's attention for long enough, you're going to get this guy to run free right at the quarterback, and you can see how consistent this is. Again, 2 back-to-back plays where no one even touches that guy. Now, like I said, this is only a right hash play, right? So if we go to the middle or the left, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're not on the right hash, right? And we set up that same exact blitz. So again, we're just going to zone off that guy. We're going to bring the user down here. What you're going to see is I'm not going to do anything different with my blocking, right? I'm not going to adjust anything blocking-wise here on this play. But when we say hike, you're going to see that that guard does not get too far to the left, and that gives us plenty of time that we would need to throw the ball down the field. Okay, so if we look at the replay real quick, again, if you are not on the right hash, you're going to see that our left guard does not get too far to the left, and he's just going to stand there and make the block, right? So how can we pick this up on the right hash without having to block our running back, right? Because you can always block your running back, set him to that side, and he's going to pick that up. But we don't want to block 6 people if they're only sending 4, right? We want to be able to pick this up with our offensive line. And the way we can do this is actually fairly simple. So if we set up this blitz again, what we're going to do is we're going to come down here with our user. All we need to do is we want to ID the corner out here to the right side of the screen. Okay, now when we do that, what you're going to see if we look at our blocking is you're going to see that left guard is now moving towards the center, right? If we reset our blocking, we just look normally, you can see the left guard is supposed to pick up that A gap blitzer. Unfortunately, he doesn't. When we set it up, we just showed you that he is going to get beat time and time again when they're on this right hash. Now, if we ID the mic out here to the right side on this outside corner, what you're going to see now is that guard is going to take his first steps towards that defensive tackle, which is what we want him to do, right? We don't want our left guard moving left at all, right? We want him moving right, pick up this A gap. Again, we want him to pinch that A gap between him and the center. So what you're going to see here is when we ID that mic to the outside on the right, that is going to look like that A gap blitzer. You can see the flame above his head. That tells us that's our hot read. But in this situation, it is going to put our left guard in position to make this block. So when we say hike, you can see that he's going to step over. He's now going to make that block. And then we can move around, obviously, and do whatever we need to get that ball down the field. Obviously, we're not setting up any pass concept on the back end. Right now, we're just showing you picking up this blitz. But if we look at the replay here real quick, you can see, again, the left guard, you see how he moves towards that D tackle initially? That's what we want, right? We're trying to get our left guard to take some false steps to the right, which puts him in perfect position to pick up that A-gap blitzer. And you can see he's there to take on that middle linebacker and get that block time and time again. We'll run it one more time just to show you how consistent it will be. Again, very, very simple for us. If they set up this blitz here, all we need to do is ID this outside corner to the right. And if we look at our blocking, this is what it should look like. Again, we want that left guard moving to that defensive tackle initially. So now when we say hike, you're going to see he's going to get over there. That's going to give us all the time in the world we need, again, to make those reads down the field and pick up some big yardage and not have to worry about that easy pressure coming up the A-gap. And if you guys are looking to get even better at Madden, make sure to join our free Discord by going to HuddleGG/Discord.